Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today is going to be a special week because next week and close to this week is going to be my spring break. And I want to set myself a goal on reading a lot of books this whole week because last year I did not read any books. I read like zero, barely any books. If you count the English ones, no, I do not count my English reading books because those take forever and I would forget almost half the books. But I'm setting my goal for myself. I have read 2 books this month, which was The Sea God, The Sea of Monsters, and Heartstopper. And so yeah, let me just show you a haul real quick. So here are the books I'm going to be reading. Most of them are like I'm reading right now, but I'm right now reading To All the Boys I've Loved Before, and I'm on chapter 40, page 209. So that one, I read it in February and I did not finish because I was waiting on the audiobook. And for me being new to this, I'm normally not new to reading. I've almost read my whole entire life, but I just stopped reading once I was a teenager. And so I have the physical copy books and then also listen to the audiobook at the same time because my dyslexic ability cannot handle reading a book on my own. So yeah, so I'm just gonna show you what books I'm probably gonna be reading this week. So it's Until Friday Night by Abby Glynns, Percy Jackson, the 3rd book, because I am obsessed with Percy Jackson and I just got the full series, and also I need one more book. I also need to get the 6th and 7th book, but I have not found any. But I also need to get the 5th book of the Olympian Heroes. So you can tell how much I'm a die-hard fan of Greek gods. Anywho, My Life with the Walter Boys. I've watched the show before. I thought it was really good, but I want to compare it with the book. I don't know if it's going to be the same because I've heard a lot of people say it's very different from the show. Anyways, and then Cinder. I finally got the 1st book of Cinder series. I have been trying to find Cinder because I've had the Scarlet, Winter, and Crest for so long and I could not find the 1st book. It's because nobody wanted to return to the 1st one. So I finally got the 1st one. So that's basically all the books I'm gonna read this week. So I'm gonna finish up To All the Boys I Loved Before and we'll just continue on with that. I'll keep you guys updated on where I'm at. Right now I'm at the part where Peter and Laura Jean are in this thrift shop, and this old guy was looking at antique stuff, and Laura Jean wanted a reindeer, and the old man was like, no, it's for free, take whatever you want. So that's basically where I'm at now. I think their relationship is getting really close to them wanting to get together, but we'll have to wait and see. So yeah, cue the time lapse. Hi! So it's been a couple of days, but today is Friday and I read for 3 days, but I was very busy that week before spring break, but now it is Friday. It is my spring break and now I am getting really close on finishing up The Boys I Loved Before. I am on chapter 62, page 310. Last time I was on page 42, page 200 something. But I am probably going to finish this book today and then start on Percy Jackson. But I'm really excited because then I get to do a bunch of stuff, do a bunch of reading, and not worry about like a bunch of schoolwork, which that really stresses me out. Don't mind my hair. But yeah, it's just gonna be a fun week, and yeah, it's just gonna be really fun. I guess like just because like I've been reading a lot lately, I just now got the audiobook for the 4th book of the Percy Jackson series, and I'm really excited because first I'm gonna finish up the 3rd Percy Jackson book, and then what my TBR is going to be, I am going to read that, and then I am going to read the 4th book of Percy Jackson, but we are going to have to wait and see. But I'm going to finish up To Boys I Loved Before, and I have 10 more chapters to go through, and 45 pages to go. So it's not going to take that long. It's probably going to take like an hour. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Cue in the timeline during this time lapse. So I just finished, oh that was loud, To All the Boys I Loved Before. It's quite interesting describing it from like different from the movie. Basically they just don't show like the ending part when Peter Kavinsky and Lara Jean kiss each other. It just ends off with Lara Jean probably rewriting her love letter to to Peter Kavinsky. So yeah, it's just crazy to me, like, bro, like, why are people I get it, in the movie they said like they thought they had sex, but like honestly, like, bro, why did Peter start it? Or was I know it was probably Genevieve, but I don't know if it's gonna like be different in the book. But like I hope that they like don't do anything different in like the 2nd book, because like what the heck, that's crazy. For the rating of the book, I am going to give it like 3.5 stars because it's like really different from the movie. It was a little bit boring at first. Like, it's a little bit boring, but like if you really love like teenage rom-com, it's not that really spicy, and if you don't like spices, this is the book for you. But yeah, so I'm gonna start Percy Jackson, and then we can get to finishing up or starting off our spring break book reading collage. Hi. It is March 16th, 2025, and it is day 2 of my spring break reading. I have read 9 chapters of The Touching of Spirit Bear. I do not need to talk about the explanation because I do not like it. It is part of my English assignment, and plus, do I want to be reading it? Absolutely not, because my mother wanted me to read it. I am sorry, but like my mother wanted me to read this book. Anywho, so I'm giving it, The Touching of the Bear, right now a 2.5 stars because, again, no explanation. I don't like it. It's not good. Sure, there was some funny parts in the beginning, but we do not need to talk about that. Anywho, can we talk about this? I am 3 chapters down, and what? I'm sorry, Annabeth is gone from Dr. Thorne? Hello? Are we just not going to care about Annabeth anymore, and we're just going to care about Nico and Bianca? And also
Also, if, like, I know that season 3 is already, like, going, but, like, hey, Rick, call me. I would love to play Zoe or Bianca. But, like with Hephaestus and stuff, I was like, I was not expecting Hephaestus to be in this. Like, oh my god, what am I saying? It's not Hephaestus. It's Artemis, the goddess of hunt. I'm surprised that she's not in Camp Half-Blood. Don't know what the explanation is, but I hope we get to hear that soon. Well, but again, with Annabeth gone, I'm so shocked. But also, Percy cares so much about her. Same thing with Dahlia, but like, Percy Jackson cannot live a day with, like, can't live another minute without her. She needs her, he needs her, and she needs him. And I feel like they are gonna be a couple to me, because, like, I've seen a lot of people say, like, oh my god, yeah, I ship Percabeth together. I'm like, okay, guys, but can we talk about Nico right now? I'm sure people hate him right now, but I haven't gotten into any situations yet, but Nico is such a funny geek, like, Greek geek, and I'm like, broski, you're using the card thing that they used in the first season of the first episode in, like, the first 3 minutes. Like, I can't. Like, this, I need to finish this. Like, I want to finish this now. So, I'm going to continue reading. I'm going to probably read one more chapter, which that would end up me being at page 56. So, yeah, I don't know. I hope I get to see Tyson again, because then I miss Tyson being the supportive brother he is. And then, like, maybe, like, coming back to have Camp Half-Blood. But also, like, can we please just, please, for God's sake, change Luke? I'm begging you. But I'm gonna continue reading and see where I end up at. And then I'll keep you updated tomorrow morning. So cue in the next day. So, I just finished The Touching of Spirit Bear. I think I give this book 3 stars. I get it, like, when I started this, I gave it 2.5 stars, but I gave it 3 stars because the book has a really good meaning with anger issues, self-suicide, and also, like, it has a great meaning to it from Cole and Peter. Well, Peter was in the island earlier, but Cole was first in the island because he had anger issues and a rough time with his family. So that's why I give it 3 stars. It's just, again, like, this book has, like, a ton of meaning with anger issues and self-suicide. So I feel like that's the reason why this book is probably recommended, because this book is, like, teaching, again, how to survive on the island, but also learning the meaning of life, and that life doesn't have to be so, like, rough and having to do with a lot of anger. So yeah, so I'm gonna finish up Percy Jackson, but yeah, this book, 3 stars. And if you read this book if you guys have, like, trouble with family and, like, have anger issues or thinking of self-suicide. Like, this book can kind of give you a meaning of it. So, yeah. So now it's time for me to read Percy Jackson. So cue in the time lapse of almost finishing up Percy Jackson. Okay, I had to stop the time lapse because I talk to myself a lot in this series. It's getting so funny. I don't know why, because like okay, on page 130, he says there's a big sign on the door. At first I thought it said closed for pirate events. And then I realized pirate must be private. I was like, is that dyslexic ability sucks, but honestly, mine is a little bit worse, but at least I can figure out how to spell private instead of pirate. I love Percy so much. But yeah, right now I'm on chapter 9, I think. Yes, chapter 9. And I'm just gonna finish this chapter and then I'm gonna go get lunch. But yeah, let me just finish up this chapter. So cue in the time lapse. Hi guys. So it is almost the last day. It is day 8 of my spring break reading. I don't know why. I thought this goal was gonna be really good, but honestly it's not. But anyways, can I talk about this? Last night I literally read chapter 13. Hold on. Yes. No, yes, 13. Bianca's gone, guys. I am so sad. She kind of looks like me a little bit, but also, like, I love Zoe so much, too. Like, I feel like it could be a good role for her, too. But honestly, I feel like this is shocking to me. But I might continue again tonight. I'm on chapter 17, page 262. Maybe tomorrow on my last day I'll get through Cinder. And we'll see how this goes. I have an hour and a half to go. And then that's basically it. So I might finish this tonight. But yeah, that's all I have. But yeah, I'm going to continue reading this. But I'm going to take a little bit of a break, get cleaned up, showered, and then come back to it. So yeah, see you guys later. Hi guys, it is the final day and I have one chapter left of the Percy Jackson series. I cried again. You're doing me dirty. That's not okay. I'll review it later. Again, I'm probably going to say this in the future. Spoiler alerts ahead. But then I'm going to... Spoiler alerts ahead in this video. Also, I'm going to be starting reading Better Than the Movies as well. So I'm really excited for that one. Because it's a romance book. I haven't read a romance book in like a week. So yeah, really excited for this. But I'm going to finish up this last chapter of Percy Jackson. And then start reading Better Than the Movies. So see you guys later. Okay, so I just finished Percy Jackson, and I'm ranking this a 4.5 stars, or 4.5, and the reason why is because, like, oh my god, it's so emotional, but also, like, to my order of, like, which Percy Jackson series is my favorite is, like the first one, the OG, the third one, and the second one. I feel like everyone will agree to me that the second book is not that good, but I don't know. Right now with this book, it's okay, but I think once I get into like 60 pages, maybe a few chapters, I might like it. But I feel like the rest of the time I want to finish this one because I did start it a while back, and I need to finish the book. So I'm like 38% of the way there, and I have like 5 hours of this left. So I think I'm going to finish this book today, maybe. So yeah, cue in the long time lapse. Alright, you guys, that's gonna wrap up this whole entire reading project of my spring break reading-a-thon, I would want to say. But these are the books that I've read. I've read 3 books, which that's not that bad for like a week. That's not that bad. I normally read like 2 books a month, but this is not bad. But here are my readings for each book that I've read. To All the Boys I Loved Before, I give it 4 stars because it's very different from the movie, and like the way they stopped, the way Jenny Han stopped the book at, and I feel like this was her like first book that she's ever published. I'm not quite sure, maybe, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I just give it 4 stars because it's very different from the movie, and yeah, a very strange ending to the book. The Touching Spirit Bear, I give it 3 stars. Again, it has a good like meaning story with anger issues and self-suicide. So I mean, like, sure, it's not my type, but again, this was for my English assignment, but now I'm 1 step ahead. But I think the reason why my teacher wanted to let us read this for some people that didn't want to read it is because like it has such a like good meaning with anger issues and stress, anxiety, self-suicide, and things that has to do with high school or like the meaning of life. And then the third Percy Jackson book, I gave it 4.5 stars. There were a lot of deaths,
And if you've read all the Percy Jackson series, I have not finished, but if you've read the third book, if you know, you know who has died. But also, like, I'm really excited for the third season to be published. But also, I think that this is like my number 2 right now of all the 3 Percy Jackson books that I've read. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will be posting a new video next week. And it's going to probably be, I have an idea, but I'm not going to tell you guys until I publish that video or make a post out of it. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and see you guys next week. Bye. Love ya.